Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of humanity's biggest mysteries. When did we, as a species, first learn to talk? Seriously, imagine a world before words. What a wild thought, right? This isn't just about making funny sounds. It's about the very foundation of human culture, knowledge, and connection. So, grab a snack, get comfy, because we're about to explore the fascinating and frankly super complex journey of human language. It's a topic that's stumped scientists for ages, and for good reason. There's no ancient voice recording, unfortunately. So we're piecing together clues like super sleuths from anthropology, archaeology, biology, and even linguistics. Think of it as a massive, multidisciplinary detective story. And we're all in on the case. It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. We use language every single day, without a second thought. But where did it all begin? When did our ancestors go from grunts and gestures to complex sentences? And storytelling? Let's crack open this enigma, shall we? You might be thinking, well, surely someone just figured it out one day, right? Nope, it's not that simple. The development of language is thought to have been a gradual process, evolving over millions of years. It's less like flipping a switch and more like a slow, majestic sunrise. We're talking about a transition from rudimentary forms of communication to the rich, nuanced languages we speak today. It's not just about making sounds, it's about understanding meaning, expressing abstract ideas, and creating narratives. This isn't a single event, it's a long, winding road with many interesting detours. One of the first things scientists look at when trying to pinpoint the origin of language is our anatomy, specifically the anatomy of our vocal cords, larynx, and throat. These structures are pretty unique to humans, allowing us to produce the wide range of sounds necessary for speech. Our larynx, for instance, is lower in our throats compared to most other primates. This gives us a larger pharynx, which acts as a resonator, allowing for a broader spectrum of sounds. It's like having a built-in sound system that other animals just don't have. Now, when did this anatomical shift occur? Fossil evidence suggests that our ancient ancestors, like Homo erectus, who lived about 1.8 million to 110,000 years ago, had a more ape-like vocal tract, which would have limited their speech capabilities. So they probably weren't reciting Shakespeare, but they were definitely communicating. Fast forward to Neanderthals, living roughly 400,000 to 40,000 years ago, and things get a bit more interesting. Some studies of Neanderthal hyoid bones, a small bone in the neck that supports the tongue and larynx, suggest they might have had the physical capacity for speech. Similar to modern humans, the hyoid bone is super important because it's the only bone in the body not connected to another bone, and its position and shape are crucial for vocalization. So if their hyoid was like ours, it's a pretty big clue. However, having the physical apparatus doesn't automatically mean they were having deep philosophical discussions. It just means they had the potential for it. It's like having a super fancy car but not knowing how to drive. The real game changer seems to have emerged with Homo sapiens, our direct ancestors, around 300,000 years ago. This is where the evidence really starts to pile up, suggesting that the full package of anatomical features necessary for complex speech was in place. So physically, we were ready to chat. But what about the brain? Language isn't just about making sounds. It's about processing complex information, understanding grammar, and forming abstract thoughts. These are all high-level cognitive functions that require a pretty sophisticated brain. Studies of brain endocasts molds of the inside of ancient skulls can give us clues about the development of brain regions associated with language, like Broca's area and Wernicke's area. These areas are crucial for speech production and comprehension, respectively. While pinpointing the exact timing is tricky, the increasing complexity of stone tools and other cultural artifacts from our ancestors suggests a growing cognitive capacity that would have been essential for language development. Think about it, creating a sophisticated tool requires planning, foresight, and the ability to convey complex instructions. That sounds a lot like the groundwork for language, doesn't it? Another fascinating piece of the puzzle comes from archaeology and the evidence of symbolic thought. When we start seeing things like cave paintings, ornaments, and burial rituals in the archaeological record, it's a strong indicator that our ancestors were engaging in symbolic thinking. And symbolic thinking is intrinsically linked to language. Why? Because language itself is a system of symbols. Words are symbols that represent ideas, objects, and actions. So when did this explosion of symbolic behavior occur? Most evidence points to a significant increase around 50,000 to 70,000 years ago, often referred to as the Cognitive Revolution, or the Upper Paleolithic Revolution. This period saw a dramatic shift in human behavior, with more complex tools, art, and evidence of organized social structures. This timing aligns quite nicely with the idea that sophisticated language was flourishing. Imagine trying to explain how to paint a bison on a cave wall without words, or coordinating a complex hunting strategy. It would be incredibly difficult, if not impossible, without a shared language. It's like trying to build IKEA furniture without the instructions. So, while the exact when remains elusive, many researchers believe that fully modern human language, with its complex grammar and rich vocabulary, likely emerged somewhere between 50,000 and 100,000 years ago. This period is when we see compelling evidence of both the anatomical capacity and the cognitive demands that language would have facilitated. Before this, there were likely various forms of proto-language, simpler communication systems that paved the way for what we have today. Think of it as baby steps before the big linguistic leap. These proto-languages might have involved a combination of gestures, basic vocalizations, and simple sound combinations, gradually increasing in complexity over time. So, the journey from a grunt to a Shakespearean sonnet was a long and arduous one, spanning hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years. It wasn't an overnight sensation, but a gradual evolutionary dance between our biology, our brains, and our need to connect with each other. And honestly, isn't that just incredible? It highlights the power of communication and how essential it is to who we are as humans. It's a testament to our enduring curiosity and our innate desire to understand and explain the world around us. So the next time you have a chat with a friend, or even just think a thought to yourself, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey our ancestors took to get us to this point. It's a truly magnificent feat of evolution. Thanks for joining me on this linguistic adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments what you think about the origins of language. See you next time.